Today we're breaking down the Jordan Tatum 2s. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Zach here with Tamsters Kicks. Today we have one of my favorite basketball players. My favorite team. We got Jason Tatum. He has his newest shoes. This is Jordan Tatum 2s. The Tatum ones were honestly a little disappointing in my opinion. So I was excited to get these ball shoes in and hoop in them, and they were interesting as well. So we're going to break them down today. Jason Tatum, forward on the Celtics, he is phenomenal. He's been in the MVP race all year. The Celtics have been phenomenal this season. He's a straight bucket. He's insane. So breaking these down today, if you guys haven't seen a video from me, we're going through the traction, cushion, support, materials, fit, all that stuff. Throw some B-roll in throughout the video, all that good stuff. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. All right, the Jordan Tatum 2s. I was honestly probably going to wait for some more colorways to come out, but I actually really did kind of like this, and I wanted to see how this material felt. It's a little like canvasy material, so we're breaking these bad boys down. The Tatum 2s, they dropped retail at $125, which is pretty good. I like the more like lower budget, but there's not too much to the shoe. We will break it down and go through all those little aspects, but like I said earlier, the Tatum ones kind of disappointed me, and so as you can see, these are my Tatum ones, and a lot of foam differences on these ones. The foam has just been ripping up for me. This kind of different like liner here with the mesh upper started ripping. I think it's on the right shoe, and then you can see like the disconnect between the outsole and the midsole. So we'll talk about that throughout the video, but that's just a little bit of comparison of the ones and the 2s. The traction is a rubber outsole and ground contact foam all across the shoe. So basically they changed the outsole. They did a full length, kind of like, I don't know, it's interesting because it kind of has these like different rubber parts that like for different like transitions. I'd say like a lot of reinforcement with like heel to toe transitions, as you can see, like just like different kind of plated, and how the shoe is actually zoned. It kind of reinforces different like transitions of the foot, or like step backs and pivot moves and stuff like that. So kind of like more catering towards like different like playing styles. As you can even see here with this rubber part, it kind of rolls up on the side where you can see like players might move side to side. So I did like it. Feel wise, it definitely needs to be breaking in. It wasn't super like soft or bouncy off the bat, but I wasn't too disappointed. It was picking up a little bit of dust and like hair, but overall it wasn't too bad. The cushion system is comprised of a full-length Zoom Air Strobel board. So we got that full-length Air Zoom, that Strobel board here, and you kind of see it also has like 2 different pods on the shoe just for different responsiveness and stuff. But as far as the cushion goes, like I said, kind of with the traction, but it definitely needs to be broken in. I do have high expectations, as they kind of changed what they did on the Tatum 1s that had that like disconnect, and he's had that with the Jordan like 35s, 36, 37s. He's really liked that, but I feel like they incorporated with that Strobel board some of the same aspects as with the 2 different pods with that. So it's interesting. It feels interesting also to play in, and I wish it was bouncier off the bat. Like shoes like the Anthony Edwards off the bat, like you definitely could tell the bounce in those shoes. So a little disappointed in that. The materials, one of the big sellers of these is the lightweight court feel on them. So they're supposed to be as lightweight as possible, and that's kind of the selling point, as well as they're one of the lightest Jordan basketball shoes, and they're pretty freaking light, honestly. I feel like the Tatum ones, don't fact check me on it, but I feel like they're lighter, but you can definitely tell there's a little bit more thickness with the Strobel board in there, but the single layer like mesh on the top definitely feels nice. I don't know how I feel about this canvas on the top. I wish it was different. I did want to try it, so definitely one that I'd probably want to get a different colorway on to see if they have a different kind of material on the upper. But I mean, aesthetically, I really like that like print on there, and with the neon yellow, I think it's pretty fire. But yeah, they really did want to switch it up from what they did, and materials wise, they still tried to keep it pretty light while adding a little bit more depth to this midfoot area. So they did that. Also, these pods here are composed differently. I'll talk about that later with the plate structure and the like support, but overall, they don't feel too bad. So the fit, this is where I was pretty disappointed. The Tatum 1s were kind of weird, and the laces were super long. They're not as long, but like dead space in here is pretty wild. I don't know why. I even went true to size. So definitely go true to size, but there was a lot of dead space in the heel area. My heel was slipping on the right foot when I was playing, and I had like it super tight up here. I do have a wider foot, but like I don't know, it just felt kind of weird. So maybe if you have more of a narrow foot, I want to say Tatum has more narrow feet, because even the Tatum 1s feel pretty slim. But overall, the fit was kind of disappointing. I would go true to size, but for me with a wide foot, I was disappointed. So with the support, you have like a firm like Phylon plate in here that's supposed to combine well with like the heel pad or the heel cups in here. I liked it. I felt like it actually did keep you in, and it was decently flexible, which I think is a lot of just like caged reinforcement for Tatum. Definitely loves his Euro side to side. He loves his step backs. So like side to side movements laterally, I really did feel it on there. So I did feel like the support was pretty good, which is something the ones didn't really have anything. They just kind of had that one single like sock layer with that disconnect from here. So support was definitely an upgrade from the Tatum ones, but nothing like too crazy. Traction, cushion, and materials, I'm giving them all an 8 out of 10. I'm looking back at my Tatum 1 video, and I kind of give the Tatum 1s a pretty high review, and over time, the durability just didn't do it for me, so I would probably rank those a little bit lower now. I'm kind of like looking back, like hindsight's 2020, obviously, but like these ones just feel a little bit mid. Like they kind of just feel mid, and I'm kind of sad about it, but I feel like they do need to be broken in more. I've only had a couple plays in them, so overall with the cushion and that Strobel board, I feel like it's going to break in pretty well over time, but just my like base ratings off the bat, I would kind of give those kind of lower ratings for all of them. I do like the materials, but I want to see something different other than this canvasy, not very breathable upper, so that's just kind of my takes there. Fit, I think it's definitely less than the Tatum ones. Even with the laces not being as long, I think it's a 7 out of 10. It was not impressive in the dead space. I hope that kind of changes either with a different material on the upper or like just a break-in time to kind of mold to your foot around the heel area, but I was not impressed with that. Support was pretty solid on these. I'd probably give it an 8.5 or a 9. I really did like how they feel, like side-to-side movements, something I do a lot is lateral movements, and I love that aspect of it, but overall, the Tatum 2s, like I said, probably like 10 times in the video, I'm a little bit disappointed from them, but there's a couple of factors, like I said. The fit was kind of weird with my wide foot. The materials, I kind of want to see if there's a different pair that comes out with a different material setup and a blocking on here. And then I just think they need to be broken in. You got that Zoom Strobel in there, which is very nice. We love to see that, but we want to see it broken in. So I feel like those are just a little bit of things. But overall, Tatum 2s, 125. Let me know what you guys think about these bad boys in the comments. And if the Celtics are going to win the championship this year, you know what to do. See you on the next one.